Cruising for the first time is like stepping into a floating city where the elevators never stop moving, the buffet never sleeps, and someone somewhere is always holding a fruity drink with a tiny umbrella. If you're about to go on your first cruise, congratulations! You're about to discover one of the most relaxing and chaotic vacations at the exact same time. First things first, boarding day is exciting, but patience is your best friend. Thousands of people are trying to board the ship just like you. Get to the port early, but not ridiculously early like you're trying to buy concert tickets in 1998. Follow your assigned boarding time, have your passport or ID ready, and keep your boarding documents handy. Once you get through the terminal and step onto the ship, take a moment to breathe it in. Yes, that smell of sunscreen, ocean air, and pizza is the smell of vacation. Your room probably will not be ready immediately, and that's perfectly normal. Cruise ships run on a tight turnaround schedule, and the crew works like a well-trained ninja squad, cleaning thousands of cabins in a few hours. Instead of hovering around the hallway waiting, head straight to the buffet or the pool deck. This is the unofficial cruise tradition. Within the first 30 minutes, you will see people with plates stacked higher than their future credit card bill. Let's talk about food because cruises take food very seriously. The buffet is great, but don't live there like it's your permanent address. Cruise ships have multiple restaurants included with your fare. The main dining room serves full meals that feel like a fancy restaurant without the fancy price. Try different venues and specialties. One night you may have steak, the next night lobster, and the next night something you can't pronounce but tastes amazing. Now let's talk about the drink package question that every cruiser asks. If you enjoy cocktails, specialty coffees, sodas, or bottled water constantly throughout the day, the drink package can be worth it. But if you're someone who has a glass of wine with dinner and then switches to water, you might end up paying a lot just to hydrate aggressively. Do the math before you board, so you don't spend the entire trip calculating how many margaritas you need to break even. Speaking of spending money, your cruise card or wristband is your new best friend. It opens your cabin door, buys your drinks, gets you on and off the ship, and basically runs your vacation life. Protect it like it's the remote control in a house full of kids. Lose it and suddenly your cruise turns into a scavenger hunt. One of the biggest rookie mistakes on a cruise is overpacking. Remember, your cabin is comfortable but not the size of a football field. Bring comfortable clothes for daytime exploring, something nice for dinner, swimwear, and 1 or 2 outfits if the cruise has formal night. Also pack a small carry-on bag for embarkation day with essentials like medications, sunscreen, and swimwear. Your luggage may take a few hours to reach your room, and nobody wants to stare at a pool they can't swim in because their shorts are somewhere in a suitcase on deck 2. Let's talk about seasickness. Because the ocean is beautiful, but sometimes it likes to remind you that it is in charge. Most modern ships are extremely stable, but if you're worried, bring motion sickness patches, bands, or medication. Cabins in the middle of the ship and on lower decks tend to feel the least movement. If you ever start feeling a little queasy, step outside, get fresh air, and focus on the horizon. Also avoid trying to conquer the buffet during rough seas like it's a competitive sport. Cruise ships are full of activities. We're talking game shows, live music, trivia contests, Broadway-style shows, comedy clubs, dance parties, cooking demonstrations, and sometimes even ice skating or surfing depending on the ship. Every day, the cruise line releases a daily schedule of events. Check it each morning so you don't accidentally miss something awesome like a comedy show or a ridiculous poolside contest where strangers compete to build the fastest towel animal. Now let's talk about shore excursions. These are the adventures you take when the ship docks at different destinations. You can book them through the cruise line or explore on your own. Cruise line excursions usually cost more, but they guarantee the ship will wait if the tour runs late. If you explore independently, just remember one rule that every experienced cruiser lives by. The ship will not wait for you if you're late. When the ship says all aboard at 4 p.m., that means 4 p.m. The pier runners you see sprinting toward the ship while everyone watches and films them are not actors. Those are real people learning expensive lessons. Internet on cruise ships has improved a lot, but it's still not the same as your home Wi-Fi. Consider disconnecting a little and enjoying the vacation. Take photos, relax by the pool, watch the ocean, and talk to the people you're traveling with. You'll probably discover that the best cruise memories come from random moments, like watching the sunset from the top deck or laughing with strangers during a trivia game you didn't even plan to attend. One pro tip that experienced cruisers swear by is exploring the ship on the first day. Walk around and figure out where everything is located. Find the hidden quiet decks, the late-night pizza spot, the coffee shop, and the elevators that everyone forgets about. Cruise ships are like giant floating malls, and knowing your way around will save you time later. Another trick is to use the stairs whenever possible. Not only will it help offset the 14 desserts you're about to eat, but it's often faster than waiting for elevators during busy times. Plus, you'll feel like a champion when your step counter congratulates you after climbing 10 decks. Let's talk about tipping. Many cruise lines automatically include gratuities in your bill, but the crew members work incredibly hard, and great service is the norm. If someone goes above and beyond, an extra tip and a genuine thank you goes a long way. One of the most magical parts of cruising happens at night. The deck lights glow, the ocean stretches out into darkness, music plays somewhere in the background, and suddenly you realize you're literally vacationing in the middle of the sea. Grab a drink, take a walk along the promenade, and enjoy the moment. Finally, the best tip of all is simple. Relax. Cruises are designed to be easy. Your transportation, food, entertainment, and accommodations are all in one place. You don't have to pack and unpack every few days or worry about driving to the next destination. The ship does the traveling while you enjoy the ride, so if you're about to go on your first cruise, get ready for amazing food, beautiful ocean views, new destinations, and the strange but wonderful realization that you somehow ate pizza, tacos, ice cream, and cheesecake all before noon. Welcome to cruising. Just remember one thing: pace yourself at the buffet. The cruise lasts several days. The chocolate cake will still be there tomorrow. Bye for now.